The Chiefs report to camp this week, but in the meantime, the Mahomes family is about to have baby number 3, and we're going to name it.
We're all chiefed up, and we're back with another podcast for that ass. Make sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. Help us get to 50,000 subscribers before the Super Bowl kicks off. Also, if you haven't noticed my super sexy chef's hat, we've teamed up with Foco and Trey Smith to sell these bad boys. Get the whole kit. Click the link down in the description below to get yours today.
So Patrick and Brittany Mahomes announced they're going to have baby number 3, Steve, and we're here to name it. We did this when they had bronze last time, and Patrick Mahomes' giant cranium head, we thought that'd be kind of fun to take a look at. So let's do it again. We don't really know the gender of the baby, Steve. It could be male, it could be female. Hell, it can decide at a later date. Okay,
That's true.
So here's what we need to do. Let's go ahead and let's come up with some good baby names for Patrick and Brittany to consider naming baby number 3.
Let's do it. I'm excited about this because Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl when they announced Sterling. They won a Super Bowl when they announced bronze. And now for the three-peat, we got to get this third baby involved. So let's find a name that's good for both boy and girl right off the bat, Mike. I'm going with cobalt because it's a type of metal, and you can call it Kobe. Kobe goes both ways, so it doesn't matter if it's a male or a female. It could be Kobe, baby. That's my first guess.
That's a pretty good one. Did we say that last time? Who knows? I'm going to go with something simple right off the rip. I'm just going to say diamond. How about diamond? That's kind of in the family, not really of a metal, but it's a precious gemstone, if you will. Maybe like ruby. Ruby or diamond. How about that?
Well, one that you mentioned last time that didn't quite pan out, but it still could, Mike, was golden. Just like Golden Tate, it could be a good name, especially if it's a boy. I guess it could go both ways too, but I don't know. But we have any other names, if they go off the beaten path and they don't take any precious metals names, Mike, what do you think they would roll with? What do you got?
AC/DC.
Slayer.
Metallica.
Let's
Hey,
go.
what about Alabaster?
You say Little Bastard?
No, Alabaster. What about Herman? Is Herman a good name to throw out there?
Cletus Mahomes. I think I like
actually
it.
seen a baby name, and it wasn't named Cletus. It was pronounced Clitus.
That's too close, bro.
Brittany, do not go with that name. Steve, let's throw some names they shouldn't go with. Geraldine. What about just Patrick?
We thought last time they might just go with Patrick LaVon Mahomes the third, but they don't know if it's a girl or a boy, Mike. So maybe it could be Patricia Mahomes. Cornelius, get up here in front of the class. Deliver your report. I know last time you weren't a fan of Satan Mahomes. Have you changed your mind since then?
No, I think Satan, I think Lucifer, all of those have to be thrown out the window at this point, I believe. If they want to go epic, they could go with Donald. You have bronze, you have silver, sterling silver. Okay, so that's second place and third place. So now maybe they go fourth place. Maybe you go with like a pewter, little pewter.
Been polishing the pewter?
Just been polishing the pewter. You know who's not polishing the pewter? Mahomes. He's in there just horned up right now.
Tearing it up, son.
Dude, Brittany's like, get off me, my boy. Like, this dude's blue chewed out right now.
They're going to have to slow that man down. This guy ain't doing nothing but the 2 F's, baby. Effing in football.
Legend, baby. That's why he's the greatest.
The greatest.
Of all time, Patrick Mahomes.
So what if they decided to go with just some of their favorite stuff? What if his favorite candy bar is a Butterfinger and they named it Butterfinger? He could be a receiver for the Chiefs.
I was going to say, Brett Beach would be calling him up tomorrow, putting him on contract. What about he goes with one of his sponsors? Maybe they sell the baby's name to a sponsor. They name it Prime Mahomes.
I like it. Showtime, Primetime. He could just be Prime Mahomes.
What if he goes old school, goes back to the Chiefs archive and digs into some past players? Maybe he goes Lynn or Dawson. That'd be kind of sick, right?
Like Dawson's Creek, baby. That'd be kind of cool. I like it. He could also go Jan Mahomes.
Jan.
That would be pretty cool, right?
Is he Swedish?
He could be. Also, he could go Zombo Mahomes. That'd be pretty sick.
Zombo. A little Frank the Tank. Maybe they go Shark. Frank the Shark Clark. That's a good one right there. Maybe he goes Tripod in honor of Chris Jones.
That's a possibility. He could also go Priest Mahomes. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, he could go Kadarius.
Joka Mahomes.
Maybe he goes with Harrison or Little Butker Mahomes. Brittany's going to be in the kitchen making that kid a lot of food. So, I mean, it just fits, right?
It's absolutely perfect. He's making a homemaker out of Brittany. So little Harrison Butker Mahomes would be pretty cool, actually.
Little Harrison just cries and he's like, Mom, go get my milk. She could pop a titty. I don't know.
Pop a titty.
Pop your titty
Pop
out of his mouth.
Papa Tit.
Stop babying that boy.
Papa Tit. You never know. Maybe he's been tuning into the show here. Mikey could call him Slapnut Mahomes.
Little nut. Little slap nut.
Little baby nut.
I like it. You can call him Little Blue Chew.
Kobe.
Barney.
Purple Dinosaur.
Alfred.
Batman.
Basil.
Austin Powers.
Fat bastard. Austin Powers again.
Man, Mike, there's no telling what they're going to name the baby, whether it's a boy or girl. I guess we'll revisit once we find out and see if we can hone in on a name, get this bad boy right, because we missed out on bronze. We didn't get it right.
We were close.
Hey ye, hey ye. It's time for Beyond the Kingdom. Hey ye, hey ye.
Hear ye.
It's time for Beyond the Kingdom. Mike, let's go ahead and kick this bad boy off.
Let's go.
Dov Kleiman says, update, Jordan Addison was found in a white Rolls Royce blocking the number 1 lane of the freeway, asleep behind the freaking wheel, bro. Addison was arrested at 11:36 p.m. and was later released at 1:36 a.m. following the completion of a DUI investigation. This comes just 6 days after teammate Kyrie Jackson was involved in a deadly car wreck, Mike, and that was found to be because of impaired driving.
Listen to me. Are these guys ever going to get it? Are they ever going
Grow
to
up.
fully grasp that they are not invincible humans? This dude's teammate just died last weekend because of a drunk driver, and he's back out on the road doing it himself. This is after Rashee Rice. This is after Henry Ruggs. This is getting ridiculous, Steve. The NFL is going to have to come down. And to be honest, I think everybody that goes after Rashee Rice is going to make Rashee Rice worse. Because I think they're going to make an example out of Rashee Rice, and then they're going to continue to make examples of everyone else until they can get this stopped, because this is ridiculous, man.
Absolutely. And if I'm not crazy, I think Jordan Addison had some kind of speeding ordeal last year. Moving on, the Bungles are in the news. Ian Rappaport says, here's a full story on the Bengals and wide receiver T. Higgins not reaching a long-term extension. The last of the unresolved tag players, Mike. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it together.
Didn't we call this already? They can't afford it. You can't afford to pay Burrow what they're going to pay him and Jamar Chase what they're going to have to pay him, and you just can't do it. How much does Burrow need, by the way? And then B, T. Higgins, he's not worth what he's freaking asking for. I'm sorry. There's a lot of Chiefs Kingdom just straight up blue chewed, horned up over T. Higgins.
Horned up.
And T. Higgins is not a top 20 to 25 wide receiver in this league. He does not deserve any wide receiver one money. He just does not. He's not a wide receiver one.
I would definitely not be paying him $20+ million a year. That's just absurd. We'll see if somebody out there bites on it. It's not going to be the Chiefs, guys. You can get over that one. Here's another story. Jamal Adams says he's out to prove he's still that guy after signing with the Tennessee Titans. Mike, what do you think about Jamal Adams signing to the Titans? You think it was a good signing for them?
It's not horrible. They need more help in the defense, more help on the defensive backfield. They got Snead from us. I think the Titans are going to be good. I think they're going to be serviceable as long as Will Levis plays well and he don't go through a sophomore slump. And I think a lot of these guys will. I actually think C.J. Stroud's going to have a little bit of a sophomore slump coming up this year. And I think it's just kind of comes with the territory a little bit. So, yeah, I do think they need to buff up the defense just to help the offense a little bit here and there in case they skid just a little bit. But, I mean, to be honest, I think he's a little bit old, and I think he's a little bit past his prime.
Yeah, I agree, Mike, but I think it could be a good marriage. They lost Byard in the offseason, so this is kind of a replacement for that. Plus, maybe it can be a little bit of a reset for Jamal Adams, and he can prove that he's still a good player. I guess we'll find out. This one was funny to me. Niners fullback Kyle Juszczyk was hurt by San Francisco's request to take pay cut. I'm the best fullback in the league. Mike, can he just replace that with, I'm the only fullback in the league?
Why you pay everyone else and no me? Why you no pay me?
But I'm the best fullback.
I'm best fullback in the league. No pay me.
Mike,
shut up.
Name
dude.
3 other fullbacks. Go.
Crocky J, and that's it. And that's all I care to do. Juszczyk is a big part of that offense, to be honest. They use him a lot. But you just can't pay a fullback. Like, what do you want?
Man, you have to have some kind of like self-awareness. You can't be hurt because a team's asking a fullback to take a pay cut. First of all, they're slap nuts for paying a fullback that much money. But now that they have to recant and be like, hey, can we restructure this bad boy? You can't be sad about it, Juszczyk. That's ridiculous. And we're going to end the segment on a little bit of a sad note, Mike. Jacoby Jones, former Ravens wide receiver and Super Bowl star, dies at 40. Michael Baca with a story here says Jacoby Jones, former Ravens wide receiver who starred in Baltimore's Super Bowl win, has died. The Jones family announced Sunday. He was just 40 years old. In a statement released through the NFL Players Association, Jones died peacefully at his home in New Orleans. His family has said, Mike, that's a bummer, man.
That's crazy. He's only 40. Like, was he battling something? I'm not privy to the situation. I don't know. To say he died peacefully at his home, it feels like it's not like a sudden thing, like maybe just come out of the blue. I don't know. That's kind of strange. But, dude, it's sad all the way around. That you hate to see loss like that anywhere. Jacoby Jones, yeah, man, that sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. You could tell it hit the league hard. There's been a lot of players on the X today putting out their condolences, telling stories of them and Jacoby Jones. So it looks like it definitely hit a lot of those people hard. He seemed to be a good guy, good teammate, big time bummer, way too young. So prayers to his family.
That time's yours.
Time's yours, Chiefs Kingdom.
We had this video that we released on Wednesday of last week, and we got the comments from it. Here's what you guys had to say. Ooh. Looks like Gamer Player was happy with it. He gave us the 2 bomb and said, thank you for making me part of the ACU crew. Go all NFL, guys. All NFL'd up. Mike, we've touched on this a little bit. We're kind of doing the Beyond the Kingdom segment with NFL news. But I don't think we're ever going to go full all NFL news.
Me either. I don't really give a crap what all the other 31 teams do, to be honest, and I don't think they would like our Chiefs heavy bias that we would report from.
Absolutely not. John Hale says, I had fun battling out with donos Tuesday night talking about our live stream. He said, I love ACU and happy to be a part of the crew. See you at the Chew Crew activities. He's talking about the Chew with the Crew, Mike. We're going to be in Kansas City August 5th, 6th, and 7th. On the 6th, we'll be at camp in St. Joe's. And on the 7th, we'll be doing the Chew with the Crew event at Zarda in Blue Springs from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time. So come hang out. It'll be fun. Get horned up.
The Blue Chew with the Crew. It should be sponsored, but either way, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a fun time, John. We'll see you there, brother.
Ricky Brew says, we don't want Lockett, we want DK Metcalf, referring to the video where we were talking about how if they were to cut Lockett, could the Chiefs go after him? Mike, I agree. I would rather have DK Metcalf than Lockett as well, but that's just not in the cards now, is it?
It's not. Come on now. Like, everybody would prefer that. We'd prefer to have Justin Jefferson over all of them. I'd prefer to have, but you just can't do it. It's all the people that are trade rumored or rumored to be cut. Either way, that's Kevin Lockett. Obviously, they're not getting rid of their number one
Tyler
wide receiver.
Lockett.
I always call him Kevin, dude.
You're not ever going to call him his real name. You love his dad too much.
His dad was better.
Mountain Beardo, our boy Jeremiah, says, I feel we need to develop the young wide receiver talent we have already on the roster than to sign an older veteran player and stunt their growth, i.e. Sky Moore, Justin Ross, Nico Remigio, etc. Mike, what do you think? I think we're on the same page with Jeremiah. We have a lot of young talent, some that needs to be developed that hasn't developed well so far. Are we going to focus more time in on them and get them to where they need to be, or are we going to go out and sign an old guy if he gets cut?
Well, we all want to develop it. We've seen him stick with Justin Ross, but then we've seen when time was given to him to crap or get off the pot, nothing happened. Andy and them didn't put him out there. He didn't get hardly any
he called the shit
time.
Crap.
Yeah, he called it poop. Andy didn't give him any time. Like, of course, he shot himself in the foot, almost figuratively. No, I think that was Megan Thee Stallion. But either way, he done something. He got himself in trouble. It doesn't matter what we want. It's what Andy and them want. And to be honest, I don't know if they're going to put any more time into Justin Ross. Nico Remigio, I would like that. But are they going to go ahead and cut players like Justin Watson and Mecole Hardman? I don't know, and I probably don't think so. Sky Moore would love to see develop. I do think that's some guy that the Chiefs Kingdom think that they're out on, but I don't think the upper guys there, the Chiefs, are going to cut him or anything like that. So, yeah, I would love to see him develop some players, but we've seen that some of the other guys like Amir Smith-Marset and the younger ones last year, they just shipped them right out, man.
Fully agree, Mike. We got Mike Johnson says, was there ever any doubt that Chris Jones is the best? Talking about him being named the best defensive tackle in all of football. Even a year or two before Donald retired. Another great cast, guys. Thanks for the gas, Mike. Says, keep rocking. Go Chiefs. Three-peat, baby. Mike, Chris Jones is the best defensive tackle in football. He has been for a couple years now.
Yeah, I think he, just like he said, the past few years, I think he's been there. Maybe 3-4 years ago, you were giving it to Donald, but it transitioned, and I think he's the clear-cut guy right now. How long is he going to keep it? How long can he play at this high level? Is it going to be another year, 2 years, maybe 3? I'd love to do it for 3 to 4 years, but something tells me getting into your 30s, he is going to regress just a little bit, I think.
I don't think that's going to happen anyway, baby. Chris Jones is trucking on, and here's why. McAberry says with 3 legs, Jones has an unfair freaking advantage, and he's right. McAberry is right.
Dude, Chris Jones plays with immaculate
balance.
What's it called? Immaculate balance because of that third leg. He's quick with the get off, if you will. He probably trips people with that coming out of the back.
Look, as long as he's careful, he doesn't get too horned up and get the offsides call like D Ford, he's all good. But yeah, you're right, McAberry. Chris Jones is the man.
And that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for liking, subscribing, clicking that bell. We'll see you next time. Go Chiefs.